Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all having a great Valentine's Day. I took my dog to the park today, so he was my Valentine. And my daughter-in-law bought me some really pretty flowers. I don't know if you can see them, they're over there on the table. Let's see, no, I can't zoom in on here, but there's my baby sitting in the chair. Anyways, I just wanted to get on here real quick and kind of talk to you guys a little bit about really what the Lord expects from us as far as standing out. You know, let me ask you a question. When you are around a group of people and they are doing something that you know is not right, do you go along with it? Or do you stand up for what's right? Do you become complicit in the process? Or do you stand out and try to stop it? You know, there's been plenty of times in my life where I've seen people do the wrong thing and I've called them out for it. And they would say things to me like, "Who do you think you are? You're not God." And I understand that. But when you become complicit with somebody doing wrong to another person, you become part of the problem. You don't become part of the solution. And I guess maybe it was because I was picked on as a kid. I don't know. I grew up in a very, very, very small town in Toll House, California. Most people don't even know it exists. It's up in the mountains, and our school went from kindergarten to 8th grade, and my sister's eighth grade class, when they graduated, they fit on, I think there were 4 rows of bleachers and only maybe 3 rows back, and that was it. Her whole class graduating couldn't have been more than 50 students, but there's some squirrels outside. I have ADHD, squirrel. But I was made fun of. So maybe it comes from that, because I was the one who was picked on and I didn't like it. So, maybe that's why I stick up for the underdog. I don't know. But when you allow wrongdoing to happen, you're not fixing the problem. When you are more worried about what other people are going to say about you than what God is going to say, then you're just looking at the physical material world. You're not thinking about it from a much deeper standpoint. And I think that if we all start looking at things from a right versus wrong perspective, instead of a what am I going to get out of this perspective, maybe that'll change. If you stick up for what's right in a situation where everybody else is being wrong, you're going to get called out. I can guarantee it, because I have my entire life. I actually was fired from a job once because my manager told me something. I relayed that back to the sales agent, and the sales agent got upset, went to the manager, and then I got fired. Long story. Anyways, but that was because she didn't want to face her fear. She didn't want to take credit for what she had said. So I was the one who actually got the shaft, or, I was the one who got the boot. It actually was only about 6 months later, and then she got the boot from the company. So, turnabout's fair play. I don't wish wrong on anybody. I don't. But I do think that people should be accountable for their decisions. I think that everybody should be held accountable when they do something wrong. And then when people are doing the right thing, unfortunately, they're the ones that are mocked, belittled, and torn apart. I don't think anybody to this day would be completely honest with everything that they've done to somebody, regardless of whether Jesus was standing in front of them or not. They would try to make excuses for why they did something. They would try to flip the narrative so that they look like a victim, when in reality, a victim mindset is something none of us should have. If you've gone through something bad, you're not a victim, you're a survivor. And I think that get back onto the subject, I think that if we all stood up for what's right versus what everybody else is doing, maybe we could actually make a bigger change. Anyways, happy Valentine's Day, you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.